Hello Aquarius, this is Dandelion Rose and this is a timeless love reading. So I'm just going to shuffle a little bit. First things first, you're going to hear a lot of ums because that's how I get messages. Yeah, I'm thinking about what I'm getting. In the cards, you'll notice that I'm more of an intuitive reader. So yeah, sometimes I'll pick up on the traditional meaning of the cards, but sometimes it'll be like the imagery I might be drawn to. So yeah, just as an explanation. Also, there we go again. The reason why I'm doing timeless readings is I just genuinely do not have the time at the moment to put readings out on a weekly basis. I mean, I might, but I don't really want the pressure because I don't have that amount of free time. So I just don't want the pressure of it. So I do like doing the readings, and I just thought this is a way that I can still do them, get them out for the collective, but there's no pressure on me. So, you know, there's nothing worse than being pressured to have to do something. So, yeah. Anyway, I might in the future have more time, and I'm also not taking on private readings at the moment because I have people that I read for, but I just, again, I don't have the time to take anything on at the moment. Anyway, I'm going to carry on because I'm just waffling. I was meant to be doing these all day and I've got carried away with stuff, so it's latish here. Let me just try and pull this table a bit more, that's better. I'm sure there's another card that's overturned here. Let me just double check. Oh, maybe not. If I didn't know any better, Aquarius, I think this is a work reading, career, apart from on money. Maybe that's what your focus is at the moment. Right. Okay, that's your energy. I'm going to just get another clarifier on that. Oh, okay. Right, and let's just see, like, a card for potential outcome or advice. And then we're good to go, Aquarius. I am trying to keep these readings quite short. Not too short, but you know. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Unless it's... Oops. Oh, that's a bit much. I was going to say, unless there's too many. Unless there's it's a really, really good read and loads of really good stuff's coming in. Yeah, no one wants to listen. I'm not saying this is negative either, to be honest. I'm going to shut up. I'm speaking too much. Oh, okay. All right, just give me a minute because for a love reading, let me just... so let me just pull like that a little bit. Right, I'm going to talk about your energy first and then we'll look at the rest of the cards. So you've got the Knight of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords. Now, normally for me, Knight of Pentacles, sorry, I'm muttering, is normally like a contract or a job offer or something like that. But I get the feeling that your energy, because it's coupled with the Nine of Swords, I don't know if you feel that there's something that's making you worry about your stability. So, and you're not feeling very grounded at the moment. Now, I don't know what this, you know, until we get into the reading we can see. But, like for me, in a like a romantic sense. So the Knight of Pentacles, sorry, my glasses are stuck on my nose, would be someone like coming in with, they're looking for long term, they're stable, It could also be a fixed sign. So for Earth, that would be Taurus. It could be someone younger, but I normally think that with pages. So I just think, I don't think it's right, because it's your energy. I feel at the moment, I don't know whether you're worried about the stability of your relationship, or whether you want something more concrete, you know, maybe, I don't know, you're in a situationship, or maybe you've just got someone that is friends with benefits, but you'd like more. But there's something that you want, you want more stability, or you don't feel you've got it at the moment, or a long-term outlook. And this is making you overthink, because with the Nine of Swords, this would be like sleepless nights and things like that, what's keeping you up at night, okay? So, you're worrying for whatever reason at the moment. So, anyway, let me explain the spread, because I'm waffling about your energy. So, top row is the last 2 weeks, so the last couple of months maximum. Middle is obviously now, what's occurring now, or what you're in the middle of. And this is the next 2 weeks to the next few weeks to 2 months maximum. And I will say, in other readings, sometimes this has already passed and this is what you're experiencing. Okay, so I feel in the past, either yourself or someone else has been a little closed off. And I also feel like, so pages are messengers or messages, and I just get this feeling that, I don't know whether you've been dealing with an earth sign, might not be, you might have earth placements, or maybe your focus has been more on your money and not your relationship or on dating. But I do feel someone's closed off now. I genuinely don't know if that's you or the person that you have been dealing with. So let's just get a card on that. I wouldn't normally clarify this early, but there's so many money cards here. It just makes me think that maybe your focus has been on your money. Yeah, Page of Swords. So it makes me feel like someone's been closed off and there's been no messaging, because like Page of Swords, I would take that as texting, as email, social media, maybe even a bit of spying. But someone's, yeah, and with the Four of Pentacles, being very closed off with their, even like, say if you're in a relationship or married even, you're with someone that's like, even with their financial, they're being a little bit unfair, or, you know, there's no, like, this is mine and I'm not sharing. But someone's been really closed off. There's some kind of message coming in. It could be from a younger earth sign. I just feel this is monetary. This is monetary, and there's going to be some kind of shared resources, or a share of your time. But I just get resources because of the Six of Pentacles. So I just think in the past, your focus has been money, and I think possibly you've been closed off, or someone's been closed off to you. Yeah, I'm really not getting anything romantic about that at all. I'm really not. So what's occurring at the moment? You've got Ten of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. So I've got a feeling the Ten of Pentacles is what you want. So you want that, like, the family life. Like, if you're single, you're not dating anyone at the moment, or maybe possibly you are just dating, but you haven't got that long-term outlook with that person. You want your Ten of Pentacles. You want, you know, you want the home. You want, possibly you might want children, and you just want that stability. And I feel with the Three of Pentacles, now normally with the Three of Pentacles, it'd be like, I don't want to say partnership, but there's normally in traditional decks, or more traditional I should say, there'd be three people. Like, so it's like working on projects or working together. But you seem to be here on your own and working on your money on your own. Because again, money. With the amount of pentacles here, I would think you were an earth sign, do you know what I mean? I just really think, Aquarius, your focus has really just been money. And I don't know whether you haven't bothered dating. I don't know whether you haven't, like, I don't want to say, I'd say like your focus has not been totally like maybe on dating, on your partner, on wife, husband, you know, whomever. Your focus has been monetary and stability. And for some reason, I think coming into this, what I'm getting is you're dwelling on the fact that you have been more business minded. And this is what, and maybe you're still worrying more about business than you are like dating. And I think at the moment with the King of Pentacles, so this could either be like a king in your life, so it could, and don't take genders, so it'd be someone taking on these attributes. How can I put it? This would be like, so for a king, it could be mutable, so that would be a Virgo. But it could be any of the earth signs. It could be someone with earth sign placements. I feel that either this person is not focusing on money like you are, or this person is looking towards the future, but not quite on the same focus as yourself. So whether you're not on the same page, I'm not sure. It's almost as if this king is like just sitting and waiting. It's almost as if they're waiting for something, and I'm not quite sure what. So let's just have a quick look. Let's have a quick look. It's 2 minutes. Just one more. Just clarify what this King of Pentacles, what truths coming in. So I'm getting the Knight of Swords, which to me is like there's some kind of truth coming in, some kind of clarity, or something's coming in quite quick. Oops. Right, let me see, because that was... Right, I don't know. Right. I'm really not getting the feeling this is you, but if it is, there's some kind of empty victory that's coming in. And it's going to come in soon, because this is what's happening now. Or some kind of truth's coming in that's going to bring an empty victory. And this is where this, like, your focus is, okay? Or it's potential partner, someone you're dating, married, what, you know, take it as it resonates. And if it doesn't resonate, please don't make this apply if it doesn't resonate with you. I'd like, you know, use your discernment. Yeah, I think, okay, so this, whoever this king is, they're looking, or they've been distracted. Actually, it could also be that this coming in so quickly, this truth that's going to bring in some kind of empty victory is distracted this person from their money. Okay. What is this? What's this empty victory? And I really do feel this is verbal. So this could even be where, like, there's been, like I said, there's been some kind of fallout, or been cold with each other, or a bit frosty, or, do you know what I mean? And the focus has been more on your pentacles, on money, business, stability, what have you. maybe there's been some kind of like a lot of words, possible arguments, and this truth is coming in. So this person, this empty victory, this person. So when I say empty victory, it's like, you know, you have a round, you prove your point, you win. But then it changes the dynamics, or it changes the energy, or you lose a friend. So you might have proved a point, but you actually lose a friend. So it actually is just an empty victory because no one really wins. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like that in that sense. So anyway, yeah, I'm not sure what this is, but yeah, this is taking, it's either the person you're dating that they're focusing on this, or this is your energy. So, oh, yeah, I think you're going to need your strength. Okay, let's move on, because like I say, this really doesn't, I mean, it obviously is a love reading, but it's being impacted by finances, I feel, and money, and I'm being drawn back to this. I think this with the stability, I think it's the money, the stability behind you, where you feel settled. Do you know what I mean? That's the job, the home, the marriage, the everything. That's what you want. And possibly you feel like you're the only one working on this at the moment. But I still say that this whatever this is coming in, it's going to take someone's eye off the ball kind of thing. But I still get this feeling that this person's just waiting. So I don't know whether you're waiting for an outcome of something or you're expecting this. I don't know. So I'm not really getting anything about that. I just feel that there's been some kind of argument. Sorry, I'm going over, so I'm going to move on because I'm just... Anyway, so the last row, this is obviously the next few weeks, the couple of months at most, is like the Two of Swords. So you're refusing to see something. And with these Two of Swords, and I do feel... So there's... Forgive me, I don't know when the next full moon is. I should do, because I think it's in Sagittarius. But I can't think when it is. I'm so sorry, I only seen it earlier on today. But I think by the time this full moon, which is not even 2 weeks, I don't think, I think something that's hidden is going to come to light, and I think you're going to have a choice, because you've got the Lovers card. So I'll explain. You've got Two Swords, the Moon, and the Lovers. Okay, so the Lovers card was originally a choice. Okay, in here sometimes it can be that, you know, someone's lifting you up, but there's something that you're not seeing at the moment. It's either you're refusing to see it, or with this, like, you know, sometimes you say rose tinted glasses. I think that there's something that you're seeing that you're refusing to see about something, and you're trying to see it in a golden light, in a light, and you need to see the truth of it. But this is coming. This whatever this is, it's coming in. The Moon card could be a Cancer. You could have Cancer placements. We're nowhere near Cancer season, so it's nothing to do with that. Saying that though, let me think. So we're going into Gemini. It could, as this starts to come out, you might get this, but you're still refusing to see something. And then coming into Cancer season, which you can, because that would be a couple of months, 2 months. Because if you think, right, I know this is timeless, but at the moment, this is the end of, we're kind of getting towards the end of May. So June, July, you're looking into Cancer season. So it's over that. But I also think it's some kind of emotion, like emotions. I am strongly getting Cancer, the start of Cancer season. Now, normally, sometimes I look at this and I feel like that this is someone like, so I don't take genders, but just say if it was me, right? So the female in this card, or whoever, don't take genders, is being, normally I would say they're being lifted up and worshipped, but on here, I'm being drawn, which I'm not normally, is the lower figure has got the hand, and it's almost as if they're pulling the other person down. So I don't know whether you get to a point where, come Cancer season, you're starting to feel like, or it could be a Cancer person, you feel like they're holding you back. Sorry, I've got my hand over my mouth because I'm thinking. It's like it's almost as if you wanna, the sky's the limit for you, do you know what I mean? And you wanna, like, I'm trying to think, like I don't want to say expose as in flashing, but like, expose, get out and what have you. But this person's holding you back. It's almost as if they're tempering you. So that's going to be happening in the next couple of months. Something's telling me that you've got to be like, you're going to have to be strong about something, or it could be again, I don't know, because I pulled it out with that. So I'm feeling like you're going to be strong. I do feel you're protected. So I don't think you're worried. I don't think you need to worry. You are protected, but yeah. So anyway, let's move this on because I'm humming and hawing. It's very strange reading. I'm sure this is going to make sense to somebody. So you've got the Judgment card and the Five of Wands. So again, Five of Wands is competition. It could be arguments, but with the Judgment card for me is like, it can be like a reckoning. So like if you think about it, like judgment, being looked down on, and I would expect like the Justice card here for like things for equality and everything, but also the Judgment card can be where you get a chance to do a redo, like reconciliation. It might be a project that you started and you stopped doing, and like with love, maybe somebody comes back around. It could be, but with the Five of Wands, it's either there's people in your energy, competition or arguments that's going to resurface again, or there's going to be somebody, or within your relationship, or however this applies to you, the same arguments are going to resurface, I'm afraid. So I'm sorry, it's not a very positive. Well, you're going to be fine, and there's nothing that worries me about financially, but there's really, but in saying that, Aquarius, that I mean, you love deeply, but you can sometimes be quite detached from your emotions as well. Yeah, I think you're going to be all right. There's the chariot cards. So again, Cancer season, Ace of Swords. There's some kind of truth coming up. There's going to be a cutting of ties. I'm telling you now, but being in Cancer season, you're either going to cut a Cancer off, or you're going to cut ties with someone in Cancer eventually in Cancer season. So, or you're going to decide mentally, like with this Ace of Swords, I'm done. I'm cutting off. Could be that you just cut communication off. So I hope this applies to somebody, because it's a little bit confusing. It would have been far easier to read if it had been a career reading. It threw me a bit, really. Anyway, if you're still here at the end and I've got too bored with my umming and ahhings, I'd really appreciate a like and maybe even subscribe. And take care, and I'll see you again. Okay, bye.